Hi there, just wanted to show you the new Growatt SPH range. Obviously this particular client wanted the batteries 13 kilowatt storage capacity to charge up basically on cheap rate energy. With this particular unit it's been reprogrammed specifically for the Octopus Go tariff, whereby batteries are charging up between 12:30 and 4:30 AM in the morning, filling 13 kilowatts worth of storage capacity up to discharge at peak rate period. If you have a look, this particular unit has got it's got DC input ready for solar provision in the future should we need it. This particular client doesn't want solar PV but has the option now to expand at a later date should he require. With this itself, what happens is the battery is discharged to meet the home requirement. So basically he's filling his batteries up between 12:30 and 4:30 at 5.5 pence a kilowatt hour. He's discharging at peak rate periods at 30 pence a kilowatt hour. So obviously with this particular system, they are modular. You can have as many batteries as you want, up to 8, giving you 26 kilowatts worth of storage. However, this inverter will only transfer the energy at 3.1, 3.2 kilowatts, dependent on your supply voltage, into or out of the battery to meet the home requirements. So there's no point going for an abundance of storage unless you've got additional PV in order to charge the batteries up during daylight hours as well. So what happens is here, it gives you an overview of the voltage and the charge percentage of the battery, your firmware, model number, serial number, date and time, and if you scroll all the way down, your PM is power management. So obviously, as long as batteries are active and they've got charge percentage in, your PM should always be close to 0, because what we've done basically, that blue clamp there, just in that conduit, goes around the main supply tail. It monitors the incoming supply current and what's being pulled in from the distribution. If we basically turn off the batteries at the moment, what will happen is, with batteries out of the equation, you can see an arrow coming from the grid back towards the home load, and therefore you've got PM, which is obviously means your power management is using power basically in the property, which is hence why it's a plus figure. So as long as there's storage capacity in the batteries and the batteries are active, that should be 0, because ultimately the batteries there aid in the supply usage. So just wanted to show you, obviously with this particular unit, it is future proof. You don't need PV in order to make it operate. Just wanted to give you a quick rundown. With the unit itself, it's all intercontrollable as well from the application. So it's got third-party remote monitoring via ourselves and directly through Growatt. Customer has a login information for it whereby they can set up to 3 different charge time and 3 different discharge time settings should they require to do so. Perfect scenario is if you're on Octopus Agile and they do energy offloading, you can log onto your phone and you can set 2 or 3 different charge settings on that particular unit itself in order to cater for that cheap abundance surplus electricity should you require. When you do later add PV into the equation, ultimately this will turn its primary source into self-consumption bias. So when you've got more surplus energy being created on the property than the property's needing at that point of generation, the batteries will charge up automatically, greater reducing your cost on obviously the electricity outlay on the off-peak rate period. But just wanted to show you all really in terms of the functionality and control that you can get from these particular units. Cheers.